Story time about how I thought somebody was stalking me in a hotel room in Georgia. So I was about 8 years old. This happened last year actually, and so I was in the hotel for my uncle's funeral. And we were in Georgia because that's where my grandma and everybody there was from. So the first full day I was there, I was kind of nervous because, I usually don't like to stay. There's only one reason I don't like to stay in hotels, and that's because I don't like it when strangers usually talk to me, and it just freaks me out sometimes. And I've always had a fear of being kidnapped. So when I get there, there is this creepy man, and I'm with my two cousins, and I'm also with my two cousins, so we were walking together, playing games and stuff, and there's this guy, and me and one of my cousins, we're gonna call him Jay, because I don't want to say his name. So me and Jay were just walking. We were kind of near the elevator, and there was this creepy looking tall man with gray hair, kind of old, and I guess we were both kind of creeped out because the guy was following us, and he was like going the same pace as us, and we were just really scared. So we knew that my mom was on the top floor along with Jay's mom, and so we got in the elevator, and then we went up, and it turns out that guy got in the elevator as soon as we got to the second floor. And so I told Jay that, hey, is that guy stalking us, do you think? He's like, I hope not. And so as soon as we got back to our hotel room, he went in his, I went in mine, and so we both just settled out for the night. And so the next day, we woke up. That guy was standing by the elevator as soon as we got back. And we were also with my other cousin. Let's call him Lim, because that's kind of what I call him sometimes. So Lim. And so me, Jay, and Lim, all of us were just scared in that same room, because me and Jay had told Lim about it, so we were just scared, and so we were scared when we saw the man again. So we just darted out of the elevator and into the lobby, where there was a bar, and my dad. It's where my dad was hanging out most of the trip, and so basically we were just standing there by my dad, and then we saw that guy talking to my dad, and so then we just decided to go read some books, because there was a library next door. And so after we did that, we were still scared, because every time we saw that man, we shivered. And so we had no idea what to do. And so basically after that, we went over and told my dad, hey grandma, went over and told my dad, and my dad said, no, that guy's nice. I talked to him. He's our neighbor. And then all three of us were like, oh, that makes sense. And so after that, we went back to our hotel room, and then we just put it all together, and it made so much more sense. And after that, we went down, we saw that man standing, and then we just smiled at him when he came down, because we didn't want to be rude, because we were kind of already being rude, just running away from him. So after we just smiled at him, and then we just went over back to the reading section. And we just started playing games like we usually do, and then we officially went to my great uncle's funeral. And there was a ton of tissues on the side, which was really handy. And it was so cold, because we were in Georgia, and it was just freezing. And there was a little after party thing. I don't really know what it was, but it was basically where It was basically where we just had a ton of food over there and desserts, and it was all really good. And my mom says that any day she'll go back there just to get a corn casserole from there, and it was so good. And as soon as we got back, the man smiled at us and opened the door. Let us go. And then we opened the door for us, and then we went into the elevator and then to go back to our hotel room. And so that is basically the end of the story. And I hope you guys enjoy this. If you did, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. Bye.